Welcome back in, Rednecks. How we doing today? Hope y'all having a good day. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. But with that being said, I got a little story here from a town called Elliottsville, Kentucky, better known as Hogtown. My family's hometown. But before we get started on that, please hit the like and subscribe button and share this out to your friends and all your social medias. I've been looking at my analytics here lately, and it shows that 68% of you are watching my channel but not subscribing to it. Please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications when I do my videos. Please, I greatly appreciate it. Now we'll get back to the story. We'll start off the story, the history of Hogtown. It was written in 1940 from the 10th graders of Elliottsville High School. The first information that was collected on the history of Hogtown goes back to the year of 1870. At this time, Squire Hogg began selling goods here. His was about the first store. And then the town was called Hogtown in honor of him. About 4 years later, in 1874, there were two other stores, one of which was owned by Jenny Turner. Then Warren Anderson started a branch store which was run by an old man, H.D. Turner, and it was located near where D.A. Black's store is now. But Turner put up a store. And at that year, Charles Ward, the first postmaster, was appointed. The office was a large log cabin which also sold goods. It was near the site of Mr. Jim Atkins' home. In 1875, Hogtown could boast of 4 stores. Charles Ward had the town incorporated under the name Barstow. He was the town judge and then tried cases in his own store. It was kind of, around that time, that's kind of what they did. It's weird, I know. The town laws were made and tacked upon the trees. No stock was allowed to run loose. If any were caught, they were put in a stray pen, and the owner would pay damages or fines. Or else he could not get them out. But about this time, Elliot Fletcher and his son Jerry started the first steam grist mill. Mr. Fletcher had served several shoots that were doing well on the corn that was spilled accidentally or otherwise at the mill. When he saw the laws on the trees, in the forks of the branches, he immediately went to Mr. Ward and told him that if ever any of his pigs were put in stray pens, there'd be some stray hell in the town. This was one of the reasons that Mr. Ward did not enforce the laws. If he did not succeed in getting it to be called Barstow. It was anything except Hogtown. Until the post office came to be called Elliottsville, for the Elliots, who were one of the first families in settling the town. I come to find out one of my family members' ancestors was also part of one of the first families there. The town was well supplied with saloons. There were being 3 or more. This is a story told by J.W. Thomas, from Mr. Montgomery's personal letters. There was one whiskey saloon in which drinks were sold. One night, 2 men were there drinking. One passed out, and his companion stabbed him 9 times. Some friend, huh? Another fellow who was there called under the porch of the saloon for his protection. Then the man who had done the stabbing took the drunk man by the feet and shook him thoroughly. Having come to his senses by now and fearing that his supposed to be friend would finish him off, so he pretended to be asleep. He didn't answer. He played possum. Good thinking on that man's part. Therefore, he escaped possibilities of death. And that's where I'll leave you at this time. I'll finish the story. The stories about how the school got started. And we'll go into that tomorrow on the next video. So, hope y'all liked that little bit of that story. And like I said, we'll get into more of it. Oh, there's a lot more about my family's town that I'm going to be reading. And there was a feud called the Rowan County War. 2 families, and it gets interesting from there. So yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later on. We'll finish this story up tomorrow, and hope y'all liked it. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It gets me out in the YouTube world and gets this channel going out there. That being said, be good to each other. Love one another. Stay blessed. Redneck out.